Michael Vasquez reporting from the Oceanside International Film Festival Red Carpet 2025. I have Dana and David with the documentary film 30 On. I cried through this film. It touched my heart.
Good.
How did you get involved with this? What sparked the interest in 30 On?
So myself and my co-director Henry, who couldn't be here tonight, we were like fresh college grads. We were just like scouring the internet for like anything.
And this smacked you right in the face?
Yeah, Tim had posted an ad for like race crew, but there was like an asterisk at the end that said like, and maybe someone to film it. And so
that was like the perfect spark.
we just jumped in. It was like a week or so before like the start line, and we just like scrounged together a little team and some cameras and went down to Oceanside and jumped in a van with a bunch of strangers.
and just to also they followed him in 2018 and 2022, so it was 2 years that we shot 2 different races. Yeah, so I'm one of the producers of 30 On. I became involved because I knew Henry, the co-director. We used to work together, and once they had shot the film, they were looking for help with post, like what do we do with the film? So like he brought me on board because I had done another film before, so I kind of helped out in post and just become like one of the producers as well.
So you jump in a van with strangers, and you start filming. And how do people take it when they're like, well, wait, what are you doing?
I mean, they knew we were going to be there from the start. It definitely took a little getting used to. It was our first time as well doing a documentary style. We're both from like the narrative scripted world. And so it was kind of cool because we just kind of like didn't know what we were doing. We were like so stoked to be there. And we just like shot everything that we could. And some people, were a little nervous, but they opened up towards the end. And just trying to be like respectful of their space because you're in a van, and especially for the riders, they're getting so little sleep and they're having to change out of their sweaty clothes like every other hour. And just being like cognizant of
you're like embedded. You're embedded with the team.
Yeah, like trying to get that like first person like kind of realism stuff, but also respecting their privacy and
And it's the whole process. I mean, when you see people like losing it a little bit, it's so real. They're not functioning. Their bodies aren't functioning, and they're having trouble. It's just so real. It really opens you up. It gives you a real good understanding of what you might be in for if you're thinking of trying it.
Yeah, it's definitely, if anyone is thinking about RAM, first of all, Tim Skipper will be happy to talk to you. He's always looking for new people to ride with and to crew. But yeah, if he's trying to get David's the only one that hasn't done it.
And Tim was saying that, really the riders aren't the important, it's the crew. It's the crew that gets us where we're going. It's the crew that figures out, a lot of things that are happening in RAM.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be a rider, so I think their job is harder. But so we did it twice. We went with them twice. In the first year, we were crewing as well as shooting. So we'd like be driving the van with like a camera on our lap and like hop out and shoot something and then get back.
Shoot some stuff, hop back in, start driving.
Set up a bike. And so we did kind of get like the full experience. Crewing is honestly a lot of fun if you want to do it. Like, I mean, it maybe takes like a certain personality and a certain person, but every time that we've done it, we always end up driving back because we have gear and stuff. But like both times we got back into LA and we're like dropping people off at their apartments at like 3 a.m. And both times like me and Henry looked at each other and we were just like, that was so fun. Like I would totally do that again. Like it's kind of like I've never given birth, but it it's like what they say about giving birth. Like it's like so hard, but then it's over, and you're like, you like want to do it again. You forget how hard it is, but you want to do it again.
I've had experiences like that, extreme physical exercise where you're going on and on and on, and you're almost dead at the end, but then you're thinking, oh, I might do that again.
Yeah, totally.
What are some of the challenges? Were there gear challenges? Were there gear breakdowns? Were there things that you faced that you didn't know whether you could fix?
Yeah, totally. The first time we had like a lens issue with one of our ND filters. It just it didn't screw on completely. And we didn't realize that until later. And so there are a few shots in the film that we just kind of had to use, but there's a distortion of light. It's not like a lens flare, but it's like it's kind of weird.
It's just one of those things that happen.
Yeah, and you're just like, well, it's a documentary, so you have to just use what you've got. And then the second time we left a tripod on the side of the road somewhere, never found it. Had to file an insurance claim, but
really,
yeah, that was a little whoopsies.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to miss your gear.
We had another one, thankfully, but yeah, cost us some money.
Yeah, that's tough. Any strange things happen to you?
Well, I wasn't, like she said, I wasn't on the road for the filming of the documentary, but I remember there was you guys hit a deer once too, and then you guys got stuck. The van got stuck in.
Yeah, I got some van stuck in the sand. And what was it? Oh yeah, the deer hit a deer. Things like that. That wasn't like filmmaking related though, but.
But you got to relive it through the post-production. I mean, you got to live all that footage. I can't imagine the amount of footage you would get and what you edit that down to.
We actually did the math. It was less than 1% of our footage that makes it into the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you've got so much that you can really craft a great story.
Yeah, and that was kind of the fun part. Because, I mean, you know what the story is after you've done it because you were there. But it's definitely takes crafting because even like there were shots that in our head we were like, oh, I remember getting this great shot. And then you're like looking through the footage and you're like, wait, like it's not there. Like, did I imagine that? Because we're also so sleep deprived. Oh, yeah. Like, we don't know what's what. Like,
yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, we also got kind of a reliving experience through watching the footage. We would go up to like Big Bear and just like post up for like a week and just watch everything and log the footage and stuff because we were very naive in the first time going in. We were like, oh, we're going to like log footage on the road. Like, we're going to be so organized. Like, I'm a script supervisor by trade, so I was like, I'm going to do all that like on the road. That went out the window like hour 6. Like, yeah.
I am so out of it.
So, yeah, but we got to go back through everything, and literally over the course of a week, we went through everything, and we were like, we just did RAM again, but like virtually. Because it was like a week of watching all the footage.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
But yeah.
What projects do you have coming up?
Just trying to get this one out. I don't have anything else. Do you? You've got...
I have another movie that I produced a couple years ago that's coming out also this year. Kind of, it's at the same stage as 30 On. We're in the distribution stage, trying to get deliverables. We'll try and put it out mid-year this year. It's called That Alien Sound. It's like a sci-fi comedy drama. But yeah, and then 30 On, we're trying to release it this year as well.
Yeah, working on distribution for that. And then Henry has a short that he's doing a festival circuit for as well, kind of simultaneously. But
how can we connect with you online?
We are 30 On Doc on all of our socials, just at 30 On Doc.
Yeah.
Any last words? Inspiring documentary filmmakers?
Try RAM.
Michael Vasquez reporting from the Oceanside International Film Festival.